People love saying mass immigration like it's a brand new problem. Cool. Let's talk about what people were screaming 500 years ago. On one of my videos recently, someone wheeled out that tired old argument again. Mass immigration is destroying the country. And honestly, it didn't reveal insight. It revealed a lack of education. A lot of you follow me because you like history with context. So let me add some, because people act like this is a uniquely Canadian problem, or a 2026 problem, or something that just magically appeared with social media. It didn't. Humans have been migrating since there have been humans. Always. For survival, for safety, for opportunity. And yes, people come to Canada because despite what the loudest complainers say, it's an incredible place to live. But blaming newcomers for problems we created ourselves has always been the easiest shortcut for people who don't want to think very hard. And here's the part they don't like hearing. About 500 years ago in London, England, people were saying the exact same things. There were riots, mobs in the streets, people yelling that, quote, the strangers should be removed. Strangers, by the way, meant immigrants. This was known as the evil May Day riots of 1517 in London. Their complaints sound painfully familiar to what I hear today. They're taking our jobs. It's driving up prices. These people live differently. They don't belong. Violence broke out. Homes were attacked. So the authorities sent out a young lawyer named Thomas More to calm things down. And in a play written shortly after, part of which was penned by William Shakespeare himself, More addresses the mob. And what he says is devastating. He tells them, fine, remove the strangers. Now imagine them, babies on their backs, their few belongings in hand, being driven to the ports. And imagine you, sitting as kings in your rage, having taught the world that violence decides who belongs. Because once you teach that lesson, someone stronger will use it on you. He asked them a question that still makes people uncomfortable today. If you were forced from your home, what country would take you? And how would you feel if no one did? And then he says this is the stranger's case, and this is your mountainous inhumanity. If you'll indulge me, I'd like to read the entire passage for you now. Grant them removed, and grant that your noise hath chid down all the majesty of England. Imagine that you see the wretched strangers, their babies at their backs, with their poor luggage, plodding to the ports and coast for transportation, and that you sit as kings in your desires, authority quite silenced by your brawl, and you in ruff of your opinions clothed. What had you got? I'll tell you, you had taught how insolence and strong hands should prevail, how order should be quelled. And by this pattern, not one of you should live an aged man. For other ruffians, as their fancies wrought, with self-same hand, self-reason, and self-right, would shark on you. And men, like ravenous fishes, feed on one another. You'll put down strangers, cut their throats, possess their houses? Oh, desperate as you are, wash your foul minds with tears. And with those same hands that you, like rebels, lift against the peace, lift up for peace. And your reverent knees, make them your feet, to kneel, to be forgiven. And say now the king, as he is clement if the offender mourn, should do much come to short of your great trespasses, but to banish you. Where would you go? What country, for the nature of error, should give you harbor? Go you to France or Flanders? To any German province, Spain or Portugal? Nay, anywhere that not adheres to England. Why? You must needs be strangers. Would you be pleased to find a nation of such barbarous temper that, breaking out in hideous violence, would not afford you an abode on earth? Whet their detested knives against your throats? Spurn you like dogs, and like as if that God owed not, nor made not you, nor that the elements were not all appropriate to your comforts, but chartered unto them? What would you think to be thus used? This is the stranger's case, and this your mountainous inhumanity. That was William Shakespeare 5 centuries ago. So when someone tells you immigration is a modern crisis, what they really mean is that they've never studied history. Because fear of the other isn't new. Scapegoating isn't new. And neither is being wrong about it. Peace out. And if you're not already following me, you should. It's going to be a ride.